Guess who finally remembered to record their sketchbook tour? My recording setup is kind of scuffed. I'm not gonna lie, but it's fine. It's fine. You know, it be like that sometimes. Okay, so this is the sketchbook that I used throughout most of 8th and 9th grade. It's full of a lot of fandom stuff because I've always been primarily like a fan artist, and so it's kind of a sneak peek. All of my sketchbooks, honestly, are kind of sneak peeks at what I've really been into the past few years of my life. Why is there sawdust on my desk? No, focus. I'm focused. It's fine. So this was the first proper sketchbook that I ever had. So let's go through it, shall we? Okay, so first things first, there's a bunch of outfit designs based off different Undertale songs. I was very into Undertale throughout all of 8th grade. I think luckily for me, most of that art has been lost to time because during middle school, a lot of the art that I did was on loose leaf paper that I've since lost, which is good because that means that most of the worst stuff that I've done is gone. It can't hurt me anymore. But this can. Yes, there's this. This is kind of one of the... I've always, I guess not always, but I really like character design. It's something that you'll see that I experiment with rarely. I wish I'd done it more, but you know. So yeah, there's these ones, and then these two were characters that a friend and I came up with, and we were actually going to write like a novel about them. There's a superhero and a villain. I'm not gonna say anything about it because who knows? I still might make it into like a webtoon or something one day. We'll see. Yeah, so you can see that this sketchbook, at least this drawing specifically, I think I went back and I dated it from the Google Doc that we were writing the story in. And it dates from March 11th, 2017. So that's about our time frame there. So that's a little over 4 years ago. Right? In a couple of these pages, you'll see that I just have like random notes written because I was lazy. And I also have a lot of blank pages. I don't know why I did that. It was kind of dumb of me. So I don't really leave blank pages anymore if I can avoid it. But that's something you'll see with this one in particular. It's like a Pokemon trainer. It's the worst outfit ever, but that's fine. You'll see that I did not know how to do full body shots or anything yet. This is pretty early into when I actually started drawing seriously. You'll see I made like a Pokemon trainer Sona, but I put my real name, so I whited that out. No one can know. It's a secret. There's some Pokemon drawings. You'll see sometimes I have like updated drawings. Not update. Updated is a strong word. But there are drawings that I did maybe a year or two later. Just went back. I kind of wish I hadn't done that because it really clutters it. And I also wrote some notes every once in a while. Like this one that just says, "These are all awful.exe. Indeed they were. Not a furry. It's not. It's Pokemon. Doesn't count. And then just like this big empty page with a face. And then I had this like kind of mini series here where I tried to imagine like Disney princesses as monsters. The only one I ever fully finished was Snow White. And as you can see, there's the original and then the one that I did like a year later with a slightly different art style. So I'll just flip through these. They're not really that interesting. Not as creative as I could have been. No thoughts, head empty icon. It's me. All the time. Some of them I didn't even finish, like genuinely. See that? And then a couple of different times there'll be like sketches of me as different characters. Cringe. And then there's a couple of miraculous ladybug drawings throughout this, because that was kind of a show that I watched. I really liked it at first, and then since then it's kind of been just like something I watch because I want to know what happens, not because I actually care anymore. So see, these are the original. There's like pajamas that I designed. There's been like onesies, and I came back later and did these. You can tell because the style is different. And drawing of Justin Bieber, I don't know why. And this was a Halloween costume that I designed but never made. It's supposed to be Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls. I actually have not fully watched Gravity Falls. I need to. I don't consume media. It's kind of a problem. I was very into Steven Universe for a very long time. So that's going to be, I think, the most recurring fandom that you'll see throughout these sketchbooks, assuming that I make more of these tours in the future. So this one, specifically I was making a Lapis and Peridot fusion. I have gemstonas throughout this book, which are just like personas of a gem that I make, and I made a bunch for my friends too. So you'll see them throughout, because I love character fusions. It's like one of my favorite things to draw. Right, so you'll see this is kind of my process of working through it. This is the Star Wars gal. I don't know. I went through a Star Wars phase. That's kind of cringe. Yeah, you see there's like more Steven Universe fan art. This was, I think, a Halloween costume that I designed for my little sister that also never happened. And this is my Lapidot fusion. Her name was Amazonite. And she was actually the first piece of digital art that I ever finished and posted. So maybe I'll put that on the screen now. It's not very good, but I've got kind of a soft spot because of that. Again, there's so much, like garnet specifically. There's a lot of garnet. I like drawing garnet. There's another Steven Universe character. She says no, which is a mood. This is my gemstona, whom I love dearly. Her name is Moonstone. And she goes through a couple different iterations. As you can see, her design kind of changed a lot, but I do love her dearly. This was a friend's gemstona, and then a couple more for my friends. I did that a lot. This was, I think, my character from Pokemon Y, and then more gemstonas. Ruby and Sapphire, icons. This was I don't know if any of you are familiar with Draw with Jazza. Now it just goes by Jazza, I think. And basically it was, I don't know, he used to do these challenges where you could submit an artwork, and they were kind of split up into like beginner tiers and then everything. And so this was one that I don't even remember what it was for, but it was supposed to be like the opening scene from the original Legend of Zelda. You know the classic, like, it's dangerous to go alone, take this. Except it was a pencil. I don't know. I thought it was fun. I just never finished it. That happens a lot. This was just a random character. I don't remember. I don't know what that is. I don't know. But you'll see there's another iteration of Moonstone and some sketches of Rose Quartz. It has not aged well. There's Lapidot. And there were a couple iterations of me as This is the purple guy from Five Nights at Freddy's. We're gonna move on. We're not gonna discuss that. I don't perceive it. Again, there's more gemstones. I draw so much ruby and sapphire all the time. I think this one came later, it looks like. Honestly, I'm not sure. It's kind of hard to tell after a point. Maybe not. This also lines up with my Hamilton phase. We're not going to talk about it. I'm not a theater kid. Don't. That's all I have to say is don't. This was, it's Jacksepticeye. I think it was some art challenge or something that happened a while ago. I posted a picture of that too. This was the Skylar Sisters of Sapphires, which cringe. Oh yeah, that's the finished piece. And again, more Hamilton. The Hamilton never ends. It never ends. It haunts me to this day. It's fine. The fandom that shall not be named. A moment of silence, please. Just kidding, I don't have that kind of patience. I didn't even know how to draw them, which is the worst part. There are a bunch of sketches of me. Why were her eyes so big? Why did I do that, like, emotionally? Again, more Steven Universe drawings. I don't know what these are. What is that? Is that chocolate? Such a slob. Some blue diamond sketches, I think. I don't even know. Don't ask me to describe any of this because I don't know what I was doing. Just a horrible little gremlin. Yeah, so you'll see I've got so many Steven Universe character designs. There's the Bill Cipher costume again. This is my Pokemon team. That's about all I have to say on that. I didn't even know how to draw them. That was from memory completely, I think. There was some expression stuff that I was messing with. Oh boy. There's a light amount of Undertale fan art. Light. I am spared. This was just me thinking that Metaton and Garnet's outfits kind of had the same silhouette. And I don't even remember what that was. Genuinely, I've lost the context. This was another gemstone that I made. I don't think I ever finished her. Just like, it was more of a concept. This was a Steven Universe Undertale AU that I started making and then never finished. For good reason, because it's bad. I don't know what this is, genuinely. This was an original character I made for something. I don't remember that either. There's a cowboy. I don't know who he is. This was for another one of Jazz's contests, except I remember this one. This one was to personify a website of some kind. And I decided to do Tumblr. The funny thing was at this point in time, I wasn't actually on Tumblr. Like, I didn't have a Tumblr. What I would look at was just Tumblr posts that had been screenshotted and posted on Pinterest. Honestly, it's an okay character design. It's still fine. I don't have much to say about it. She cute. There's Moonstone. I don't remember why I gave her wings. I don't think I ever gave her wings again. Hamilton. More of the fandom that should not be named. We're looking away. And this was like a chart that I made of all the Steven Universe fusions, which is fun. So you can see I'm starting to have more of like a style. This is a style that I kind of went with for a long time, which you'll see. Kind of these rounded shapes. Honestly, it was kind of cute. Can't complain. We're not going to talk about this. And then there's more of the fusions. Yeah, I mean, it's fun. Again, he stick up his leggy way far. And, oh boy, it never ends. It never ends. Save me. Oh look, Ace Attorney. Let's switch to that instead. Maya Fey, my beloved. Okay, and then these were a series of gemstones that I created. Mostly. Some of them are my friends. My friends were down here. This was Melanite. She was a fusion, kind of like I think a type of garnet. I don't remember. And then Selenite. I don't know. I haven't seen these characters in a while. This is kind of fun. But yeah, these were my friends' gemstones, and I did all these fusions because I love fusions. I love them so much. This was, let's see. Oh, I got the Drawing with Jazza app or whatever that gave you like the character creations. And so I messed around with that for a little bit, and that's kind of what that is. And then I tried to mess around with like the Pokemon art style a little bit. But you'll notice that I still have the ridiculously huge eyes. I don't know why I did that. And then this last page, I started doing this thing where I always do kind of a brief outline of what my style looks like when I finish. And so, yeah, so I've got kind of my different styles at the time. And then you can see that I ended this sketchbook in December of 2017. So yeah, that's my first ever sketchbook. I hope this was somewhat interesting, at least, to see how much I've grown since then. But, yeah. Bye. Surprise! You thought the video was over, but no. I just decided to get my whole 8th grade experience over with so I wouldn't have to think about it ever again. So you may notice this is literally just a composition notebook. This was supposed to be my math notebook. And I did absolutely zero math in it all year long. So good track record for me. There's just a couple notes in the beginning, which is why I'm skipping past that. So we can get right back into the cringe. So notice, again, more Miraculous Ladybug art, more Hamilton. It never ends. What does that mean? A message from the gods, if you will. This is just, I don't know, some kind of original character, I guess. I can't say I remember much about her, but again, you see it kind of has a treatment of where I came back and tried to fix it later. Oh, I remember what this is. Okay. I was making like a different character for each element. So this one's earth, and then fire, water, and air. And then there's me. The secret 5th element. Again, more garnet. So much garnet. And so, see, I went back and tried to fix it, but when I fixed it, it wasn't that much better. So I don't understand why I did that. I think this was a boy I went to school with, and I was just trying to annoy him. I don't remember. I don't have the context for that anymore. I don't know. I think I was testing out a different art style here. I don't know. There's so many of these that I just like, I don't want to look back at it, but I'm doing this for you, dear viewer. You better appreciate it. There's another ladybug. Once again, I did not know how to draw feet. There's no feet. We don't have time to unpack all of that. We simply don't. More Hamilton. I had to read The Diary of Anne Frank in 8th grade. I don't even remember the context for this anymore. But it has not aged well. It's not. I should not have done that. I think that's the Demi flag, because I identified as Demi for a little while. This was a gem Sona that my friend had, and so there's another drawing of that. That's just a rabbit. No context. I think this was an Undertale OC. Probably, honestly, if I had to guess. There's another gem Sona. I didn't design that one though. A friend of mine designed that. Kill it with fire. I want to kill this notebook with fire. Are you seeing this nonsense? Is correct. There's another Peridot. I think I was testing out weapons to see how they looked. Some Steven Universe art. This was like a big fusion between all of our gem Sonas. Oh, I colored it. That's rare. I never colored anything. Yeah, so that's Onyx then. Don't have the context for that either. What does this mean? What does this mean? I do not know. Don't know. More Hamilton. Oh, there's Obsidian. I guess I did draw out her full thing. Fungi. So I guess this was all the gem Sonas I'd created up to this point here. What is this character? She was in the other sketchbook too. Who is she? Who is she? This is the typical customer service experience. Quick, whatever that is. We're not going to talk about this. And there's the colored versions of all my gem Sonas, I guess. I think for this, I was drawing my friend and I as Heather Chandler and Veronica. And then I gave up. No, it's Heather Chandler and JD. All right, good to know. I've always been an edgelord. I am sorry. I can't help it. You may notice this is not my art because it's too good. That was my friend, whomst I love dearly. And right, that was her gem Sona. And there's kind of all, you can see I've edited Moonstone's design by then. So it's kind of a brief overview of all their gem Sonas. And another chart I should make there. Oh, yeah, so this is my gem Sona, Moonstone. And then the one I made for my friend, Sunstone. Iconic. I don't even know. More Miraculous Ladybug art. Again, I live in constant pain and misery. Ow. Yes, okay. So these two characters I created. I had been listening to Chicago. I listened to a lot of Chicago for a very long time. And there's a line in all that jazz. I don't remember what it is anymore. But I kind of went, hey, what if I made jazz lesbians? And that's it. That's the post. Those are the jazz lesbians whomst I love dearly. I forgot about them. It's been so long. I guess I did give Moonstone wings. Why would I do that? That's OP. Get nerfed. We're not going to talk about the fandom that shall not be named. We're just moving right along. I refuse. There's another design for Moonstone. I'm probably going to cut out a lot of the boring stuff. Alright, this was one of my friend's gem Sonas. I did more coloring here than I did normally, which is interesting. I don't know. I don't have the context for these anymore. Oh yeah, there's my friend who drew her gem Sona again. Tiger's Eye, which was fun. She is so cool. So yeah, and then there's serpentine, which is kind of fun. It's, yeah, it's more of at least a more complete design. And then more fusions, because I just loved Steven Universe. I don't even understand at this point. I wasn't even like watching the show actively, so I don't understand. I simply do not. There's another character fusion. That's kind of a fun design, honestly. We're not addressing it. I'm looking away. I don't even have anything to say about that. We're still looking away. I will not address it. I won't. I don't perceive it. I won't perceive it. Look at Moonstone. Love her. Icon. Hello. I knew there was a reason I haven't looked at this notebook in several years. Yeah, that sure is something. Sure is. These are just like assorted sketches. This is a fusion map that I don't... Oh, I did finish it. All right. Sort of. I like how I used my highlighters to clear that up because I didn't even know what I was doing. It's kind of fun. Man, I love character design. Why does that one have a flower crown? Doesn't matter. So I've got kind of this whole thing. So many characters. Love characters. Oh yeah, I remember. At some point, I was going to animate an entire series of like fusion dances, and that never happened, luckily. I think I started doing one, and then I was like, hey, I actually hate animation, and then I didn't do it again. That's a lie. I did animate at one other point, and I hated that too. Yeah. Oh, and then there's Melanite again. Icon. And Selenite and a couple assorted fusions. This is kind of fun because this is before the official song for Escapism actually dropped. And so I think this might have been the first storyboard animatic that I ever did. I never put it together, obviously. It was just a sketch, but that's kind of interesting. Huh. Okay. I guess it predates what I thought it did. Cool. All right. And then there's even more original gemstones. I love designing gemstones. This one's one of my favorites. And you'll see there's just more fusions. They never end. More melanite. I don't want to look at that. That's Monica. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's Monica. Wait, I just realized this. Is that a frame? That's fine. That's Monica from Doki Literature Club. Fun. I think this is the first attempt that I ever did at a profile shot. So at least we know that I've improved there. If nothing else. Yeah. Here's like a mermaid design. There's a dragon. I don't know how to draw dragons. Still don't. I'm not gonna... I feel like there's context to that, but I don't remember it. It just says Mount Vernon, I guess. What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know. Are these sketches of when I went to Mount Vernon? Why would I take this with me? I don't remember. And then, yeah, I'll cut it off there. Oh. That wasn't me. I'll probably cut it off earlier than that. Yeah, I probably cut some stuff out just because it wasn't interesting. But there is my other, not quite a sketchbook from 8th grade. I don't know, if you guys are interested in seeing me go through more of my old sketchbooks, I guess leave a comment below. I don't know, it feels like such a... it feels gross to say. But yeah, just let me know. And because I have like 3 or 4 more sketchbooks I could go through. So, yeah. Thank you all so much for 5,000 subscribers, and I hope my pain was entertaining for you. Catch you on the flip side. What?